Hi ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, thank you for coming back to watch another one of my YouTube videos. Today I'm going to be talking about 6 things that I wish I knew before becoming self-employed. Here's the first harsh truth. Being self-employed does not make you a business owner. You just own a job. I know that sounds blunt, but hear me out. If the money stops when you stop working, that's not a business. That's a job you built for yourself. And that's exactly what I was doing. I was hustling, grinding, and doing everything by myself, and I was still burnt out and broke sometimes. This shift happened when I realized I needed to start building systems, products, and income streams that can grow without me consistently trading time for money. When I first heard this, I honestly got offended because I'm thinking like I'm doing my big one. Like I am a business owner, I'm a businesswoman, like I'm doing the thing. But it honestly was a mindset shift for me to realize that if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. So I have to build something bigger. Okay, let me say this one loud and clear. Hard work does not build wealth. If it did, the hardest working people would be the wealthiest. But we all know that's not true. What builds wealth is strategy, leverage, ownership. Working hard in the right direction is key. Not just being busy for the sake of being busy. You can grind 24/7 and still be stuck in the same place if you don't have a plan to scale. And that realization changed how I moved. I have a crazy work ethic. Like there's nobody that can outwork me. Like once I put my mind to something and I want to do something, I'm going crazy. I'm going hard. I'm not stopping until I get what it is that I want. But when I think about it, it makes me think about when I was working a 9-to-5 job. I think I was working at Checkers. The 2 9-to-5 jobs that I worked in my entire life was Checkers fast food and Sprint. But if you think about it, when you're working these jobs and you're just like an entry level employee, you're doing so much work. And then you have like a manager. They're not even doing half as much work as you're doing. And then sometimes the manager don't even know what it is that they need to be doing. Like they're asking you how to do their job. So it's just like, and they're getting paid more than you. So it's just like, that just brings me back to my point. Hard work does not build wealth. You have to train your mind to think smarter, come up with better ideas, and be able to develop skills, high earning skills that can put you in a position where you're using your mind, your ideas to make more money and to impact more people. Mindset is literally everything. You can't outwork a broken mindset. When I started, I thought that my hustle would carry me. But truthfully, it was my thinking that was holding me back, not my talent. Mindset isn't just positive affirmations. It's about reprogramming your beliefs around money, success, and self-worth. Once I shifted my mindset from scarcity to abundance, from fear to faith, the way I approached everything changed. I'm going to insert a clip that I watched from one of my mentors, Myron Golden, and it really just changed my whole mindset when it comes to hard work doesn't build wealth.
You're working hard, but you're not getting ahead. In fact, you're working hard, and it seems like you're getting further and further behind. I was there for so long, and I don't know what your job is. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're like I was. You're a trash man. Maybe you're a doctor. You're a lawyer. Maybe you're a blue-collar worker. Maybe you're a white-collar worker. But it feels like the harder you work, the further behind you get. Well, I've got a solution for you, because today you're going to learn why hard work is not the key to success and wealth building. Now, I believe in hard work. I believe in hard work because hard work makes me a better person. But I don't believe that hard work is going to guarantee my success. I do believe that hard work is going to guarantee that I'm going to be exhausted eventually. And so what I need to do is I need to figure out what does equal success. It didn't matter how hard I worked, the amount of money I made was always going to be limited at the lower levels of value. And so what we got to do is we want to get to the place in our lives where we say like, I don't need to work harder to make more money. If I want to create wealth, I don't need to work harder, I need to work higher. It's not about delivering more value at the lower levels, it's about delivering a higher value for other people at a higher level.
You must change your environment. This was one of the hardest lessons I had to learn. You can't grow in the same environment that broke you. I had to leave behind comfort zones, Sometimes that meant friends, families, apartments. If you're serious about growing, your environment has to reflect that. From who you follow online to the conversations that you're having daily. Here's a mindset shift that hit me hard. Your standards are your ceiling. Whatever you tolerate in your business, in your relationships, with your money habits, sets the limits on how far you can go. When I raised my standards, everything around me elevated. Clients changed, opportunities changed, and most importantly, I changed. What you expect out of life and what you demand out of life is what you will get. So if you only feel worthy enough of making $80K a year, $70K a year, that will be your ceiling, and that's what life will give you. But if you shift your mindset to thinking, I can make $70K a month, $80K a month, and you demand that, that's what life will get you. Or if you're thinking things like, oh, if I start this business, I won't get sales or I won't get clients. Of course you won't, because that's your standard for yourself. But if you start this business knowing that you have value to offer, you have a good product to sell, you have a good service to offer to people, you will get the clients that are aligned with you in your business. So it's just all about shifting your mindset and being a little delusional. Like just how we're like delusional about the negative things, we can also be delusional about the good things. And then just watch how life shifts in your favor. A good mentor will save you years of trial and error. I used to think I had to figure it out by myself, but that was ego. The moment I started learning from people who were ahead of me, I grew faster than ever. Mentors compress time. What took them 10 years, they can teach you in 10 months. Whether it's a coach, a course, or even free game on YouTube, invest in guidance. When I began my journey for seeking mentors, I definitely used YouTube University. There's so many coaches, there's so many people out there that's giving away free game, either on their Instagram, their TikToks, or their YouTubes, and you can literally go on their page and study them. You can see the strategies they've used and built that have worked, and you can implement them into your own business or into your own lifestyle to see the results that you want to see. Because if it works for them, it could definitely work for you. I'm really interested in learning how to grow my money and multiply my money. Like I've already learned how to earn money. Earning money is something that's been easy for me. I've been earning money for a long time. Like as soon as I was able to go and get a job at 14, I went and got a job, and I've been making money ever since. So I want to show you some of the books that I've been reading to help me expand my mind when it comes to money. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. This is a good book. You could probably find this book on Amazon, or if you want to start listening today before you get your hard copy book, you can listen to the audio on YouTube. This is the book. This book is also just talks about like the evolvement of money and how cycles repeat themselves when it comes to money. Your Right to Be Rich, Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill is one of my favorite mentors. I am locked in with his teachings right now. You can go on YouTube and find so many of his teachings. He literally brainwashes you into believing that you are capable of making lots and lots of money. Power Moves by Sarah Jakes. If you're a Christian woman and you keep God at the center of your business, this is a good book that can just, open your mind to how you can circulate all of your power and make some boss moves. Believe in yourself when nothing's working. There were moments when I felt invisible. I was doing the work, staying consistent, but not seeing any results. That's when I learned the real test in faith. Can you keep showing up when nothing's happening? Can you still believe in your calling when nobody's clapping for you? Put yourself in positions that require you to rely on faith. That's where your growth lies. That's where your story begins. Believing in yourself when nothing's working or when no one is watching is what's going to separate you from the people that get in this game and eventually just fall off. They stop doing their business and you don't hear anything from them, versus the people that you see get longevity out of this industry. You see them continuously reinventing themselves, and eventually they end up getting the success because they kept doing the work regardless of who's clapping, regardless of if they're experiencing failure or if things are working out for them right away. Instant gratification should be removed from your mind if you want to get longevity out of this industry. I'm also going to add in an additional clip from my mentor, Napoleon Hill, on his philosophy on self-belief and how this can literally brainwash you into believing that you deserve to make a lot of money.
The difference between the man who bends the world to his will and the man who is bent by it is not luck, is not talent. It is the way he thinks. And more precisely, it is how he believes. I am here to awaken you. You have within you the power to call forth riches, position, greatness, and command over your conditions. But only if you first seize control over the thing that controls everything else, your mind. Now steel your mind, for I am about to show you that when you think as if nothing is impossible, when you believe as if the result is already yours, and when you act as if the world must obey, it will. The moment you accept this truth, the laws of success will no longer be hidden. They will be yours to command. Let us begin. Part 1, the hidden power behind your thoughts. If you do not yet possess what you desire, it is because you do not yet believe that you deserve it. The world is not your enemy. It is your mirror. It reflects not your potential, but your dominant belief. If you carry in your mind doubt, hesitation, or fear, the world will return to you conditions shaped by those very states of mind. But if you fill your mind with belief, decision, and purpose, then you will command the world to obey. You are not the victim of circumstance. You are the builder of it. But your tools are invisible, your thoughts, your beliefs, your inner dialogue. A man becomes what he believes, for belief is thought fused with emotion and decision. Dominating thoughts, once mixed with feeling and repeated with conviction, descend into the subconscious mind, and from there they are transformed into reality.
Getting a mentor is probably one of the best things that you can do as an entrepreneur, being in this industry, because sometimes, in my experience, being an entrepreneur and trying to build a business can sometimes be lonely, and you're kind of doing a lot of things on your own, and you're figuring out a lot of things on your own, and you're solving a lot of problems on your own. So I feel like it's just very smart for you to learn from someone that has already done the things that you have done and have already achieved the success that you're trying to achieve, so you can have like a blueprint on how to get to where you need to go without having to try to figure out everything on your own, because it's just going to take you so much longer.